A memorial service has been held in Christchurch, New Zealand, and is screened around the nation to honour the 50 victims of the 15 March shootings. Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern spoke at the televised event along with Muslim leaders and a survivor of the attack. More than 20,000 people attended the event at the city's Hagley Park amid tight security. Addressing the crowd in the park near the Al-Noor Mosque, Jacinda Ardern said New Zealand had a responsibility to be the place we wish to be. Wearing a Maori cloak, she received a standing ovation as she took to the stage.
E rau rangatira mā, ina reo, ina mana, tēnā koutou katoa. Nai tahu whānui, tēnā koutou. E papaki tu ana, nā tai o maumaha ki runga o autu tahi. Haere mai tātou me te aroha. Me te rangi Māori e, ki te whānau nei, I ora mairere ai anō rātou, I ora mairere ai anō tātou katoa. We gather here, 14 days on from our darkest of hours. In the days that have followed the terrorist attack on the 15th of March, we have often found ourselves without words. What words adequately express the pain and suffering of 50 men, women and children lost, and so many injured? What words capture the anguish of our Muslim community being the target of hatred and violence? What words express the grief of a city that has already known so much pain? I thought there were none. And then I came here and was met with this simple greeting. Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. They were simple words, repeated by community leaders who witnessed the loss of their friends and loved ones. Simple words whispered by the injured from their hospital beds. Simple words spoken by the bereaved and everyone I met who has been affected by this attack. Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. They were words spoken by a community who, in the face of hate and violence, had every right to express anger, but instead opened their doors for all of us to grieve with them. And so we say to those who have lost the most, we may not have always had the words. We may have left flowers, performed the haka, sung songs, or simply embraced. But even when we had no words, we still heard yours, and they have left us humbled, and they have left us united. Over the past 2 weeks, we've heard the stories of those impacted by this terrorist attack. They were stories of bravery. They were stories of those who were born here, grew up here, or who had made New Zealand their home, who had sought refuge or sought a better life for themselves or their families. These stories, they now form part of our collective memories. They will remain with us forever. They are us. But with that memory comes a responsibility to be the place that we wish to be, a place that is diverse, that is welcoming, that is kind and compassionate. Those values represent the very best of us. But even the ugliest of viruses can exist in places they are not welcome. Racism exists, but it is not welcome here. An assault on the freedom of any one of us who practices their faith or religion is not welcome here. Violence and extremism in all its forms is not welcome here. And over the last 2 weeks, we have shown that. You have shown that in your actions. From the thousands at vigils to the 95-year-old man who took 4 buses to attend a rally because he couldn't sleep from the sadness of seeing the hurt and suffering of others. Our challenge now is to make the very best of us a daily reality, because we are not immune to the viruses of hate, of fear, of other. We never have been. But we can be the nation that discovers the cure. And so to each of us, as we go from here, we have work to do. But do not leave the job of combating hate to the government alone. We each hold the power in our words and in our actions, in our daily acts of kindness. Let that be the legacy of the 15th of March, to be the nation we believe ourselves to be. To the global community who have joined us today, who reached out to embrace New Zealand and our Muslim community, to all of those who have gathered here with us, we say thank you. And we also ask that the condemnation of violence and terrorism turns now to a collective response. The world has been stuck in a vicious cycle of extremism, breeding extremism, and it must end. We cannot confront these issues alone. None of us can. But the answer to them lies in a simple concept that is not bound by domestic borders, that isn't based on ethnicity, power base, or even forms of governance. The answer lies in our humanity. But for now, we will remember those who have left this place. We will remember the first responders who gave so much of themselves to save others. We will remember the tears of our nation and the new resolve we have formed. And we remember that ours is a home that does not and cannot claim perfection, but we can strive to be true to the words embedded in our national anthem. Men of every creed and race, gather here before thy face, asking thee to bless this place. God, defend our free land from dissension, envy, hate, and corruption. Guard our state. Make our country good and great. God, defend New Zealand. Ko tātou tātou. Assalamu alaikum.
Fareed Ahmed, who survived the attack by a far-right gunman but whose wife Husna was killed, made a plea for peace. He said he had forgiven the gunman.
People ask me that why did you forgive someone who has killed your loved wife, beloved wife? The answer to this is those who control their anger and pardon their fellow human, Allah loves those who are good doers. So I forgive and Muslims forgive because they are taught by Allah, they are taught by Quran that if they forgive, then Allah will love them.
Cat Stevens, the British singer who converted to Islam in the 1970s, also performed.
How long has this peace train been gone? How long, tell me how long? To the station with a hope inside, hoping to see that peace train arrive. How long, tell me how long? I've been crying lately, thinking about the world as it is. I've been crying lately, thinking about the world as it is. on hating? Why can't we live in bliss? I've been happy lately, thinking about the good things to come, and I believe it could be something good has begun. Oh, I've been smiling lately, dreaming about the world as one, and I believe it could be someday it's gonna come. 'Cause out on the edge of darkness there rides a peace train. Oh, peace train, take this country, come take me home again. Yes, I've been smiling lately, thinking about the good things to come, and I believe it could be something good has begun. Oh, peace train sounding louder, glide on the peace train. Ooh, come on, peace train. Peace train, holy roller, everyone jump up on the peace train. Ooh, come on, peace train. Now get your bags together, go bring your good friends too, 'cause it's getting nearer, it soon will be with you. Let's come and join the living, it's not so far from you, and it's getting nearer, soon it will all be true. Oh, peace train sounding louder, glide on the peace train. Ooh, ah, yeah, ooh, ah. Come on, peace train. This peace train, holy roller, everyone jump upon the peace train. Ooh, ah, yeah, ooh, ah. Come on, peace train. I've been crying lately, thinking about the world as it is. Why must we go on hating? Why can't we live in bliss? 'Cause out on the edge of darkness there rides a peace train. Oh, peace train, take this country, come take me home again. Oh, peace train sounding loud, glide on the peace train. Peace train, this peace train, holy roller, everyone jump upon the peace train. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Come on, come on, come on, let's come on, peace train, it is the peace train. Oh.
Facebook has announced that it would ban all praise, support and representation of white nationalism and separatism on Facebook and Instagram. The move came less than 2 weeks after the suspect in the terror attack at 2 New Zealand mosques streamed the massacre live on the platform. A manifesto allegedly written by the suspect reveals white nationalist views. New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern praised Facebook's decision during a recent press conference but said there is more work to do.